Hi, I would like to introduce you how we are processing these courses. So before processing the courses, all the course materials are loaded into CATS. CATS is Computer Aided Training System. In short, this is what is it. So maybe this is the first time you are facing with CATS, so I would like to explain this CATS as well. All the courses that you have chosen are going to see on your page on CATS. So these are my courses, you're going to see your courses. On this page, if you go to the home page, you can choose the language, you can make it in English or in Turkish as well. So all these materials that I have, they are bilingual. That means there is a Turkish version and English version as well. So if you look at this first page here, home page here, what you're going to see, some left-hand hide menu here. I'm going to explain this menu first. And what you're seeing here, there is a calendar here. You see the calendar. So all the course hours are going to see in here, or exam times are going to see here. Due times for the assignments are going to see on this calendar. We haven't processed it yet, but when you come, you're going to see all the dates here in different colors. And the syllables, if you click the syllables, which week we are going to teach you which subject. You see it in chapter base, you could see it. Week 4, we will be dealing with chapter 4, and this is the subtitle of it. So you could see which week what we are going to do in this syllabus list. Announcements, these are the things that I would like to give information to you. I give it to you through the assignments, through the assignments, and we see all these, you're going to see all the assignments in this area. So you're going to see these assignments, these announcements in your phones as well. So immediately when I send you an announcement, you could see it on phones as well, you see on your computer as well. We've got tests and quizzes here. These are the tests. We use the tests for as a midterm exam, and also we use the tests for self-testing yourself. I'll explain in details, but in this menu you're going to see all the tests available in this course. If I go back to home page, so there is a list here. These are the self-tests. What are the self-tests? There's going to be a separate video I explain in there. So there are 9 self-tests. And then just underneath the assignments, there's going to be 7 assignments for this course. So assignments are here, there's a list here, and you could see all of them and the name of them here on the home page. And you're going to see forums. Forums, another tools for you to understand the subject better. So this is an open platform, and open questions are going to be seen in these platforms, and you can answer the problems. How you're looking at the problem, you can explain it yourself on these forum platforms. You could use these platforms for discussion with your friends and with me as well. And gradebook, all the grades that you're taking are going to be seen here. This is the gradebook. In the midterm exams, self-tests, all these information are going to be seen here. So this is the first page, at the home page. So one more thing there is a glossary here. So explanation of the terms are going to be seen here. Evaluation, I will explain it later on. Resources, all the materials are in this resources area. but there is a link between the materials and the chapters. So normally you're not going to use this area. When you're going to use this area, you can see the previous exam questions. I'm trying to find it where it is. Previous exam questions, here are. You see the color change. Previous exam questions are the exams questions that I've already used. So for each year, all these exam questions that you can find them in these resources. Come back to the home page again. Now I explained these left-hand side many first items here. And then what we are going to see in this left-hand side menu are the chapters. For each chapter there is a page. So let's go in one of the chapters. Whatever you see here is going to be repeated in different chapters. So in each chapter page here there are 4 titles. One of them is learning outcomes, second course materials, third evaluation tools, and fourth feedback. So what is learning outcome? Learning outcome is the thing that I'm going to teach you in this chapter within the course. So let me read this learning outcome. It says from your side, I could explain basic concepts of circuit theory such as current, voltage, power, energy, linear element circuits, active, passive elements, and circuits. So that means when you study this chapter, at the end, you're going to say that you could explain all these subjects. So this is the aim of this chapter. So in different, I will explain it through the home page. You see, in the home page, you're going to see all these learning outcomes here. You see, all these learning outcomes here. So this is the first one. So if you consider the whole course, if you finish all these learning outcomes, that means if you learn all these learning outcomes, then you're going to be successful in the exams of this course. That's why these learning outcomes are important. In here you could see the learning outcomes and the program outcomes relation. Program outcomes are related to these departments' program objectives. So this is the contribution of the learning outcomes to the program outcomes. In this matrix you could see these. Okay. Come back to the page again. So I explained this to you, learning outcome, what they are. In the second group there are course materials. These are the materials that I am offering you in the teaching process. So what are they? Prezi Presentations, YouTube videos, and examples. Prezi Presentation, bilingual, you see here Turkish and English presentations. Prezi is the name of an application. The name is this. This is like a PowerPoint of Microsoft. This is an alternative to this one. Why I have chosen this presentation tool rather than Microsoft presentation tool? Because there are some advantages of this, but I am going to explain this in a separate video, not in this video. So these are the videos that I am using in the course. So when I come to class, I use these presentations while I am explaining the chapter 1 to you. YouTube videos are the videos of what I have done in the class. So if you click one of them, you're going to see many videos here. These are the subtitles. For each subtitle, there is a video. When you click this, that means you're going to go to YouTube and you can watch it. That means if somehow couldn't attend the course for a certain week, let's say, so you can watch what I have done at home anytime you like, from anywhere you like. That is the advantage of YouTube videos. The examples, there are 3 groups of examples. These are the examples that I am offering to you. These are manual calculations. Underneath you can see some examples related with this chapter only. Protos is a simulation program. Simulation program is something that you can test yourself what your manual calculation is correct or not. You could check it by using this simulation program. So you're going to use the same circuit in your manual calculation, same circuit in the Protos simulation. Then you can check the simulation results and your manual calculations. If they are the same, so your calculation is right. If they are not, so that means you made a mistake in your calculation. You can find your mistake. So don't worry what this Protos simulation is. This simulation tool is going to be taught to you in the lab session of this course. So in the program there is a lab session related with this theory, and there is a theory course. So this is a theory part of it. This simulation program is going to be taught to you in the lab program. So after a few weeks you're going to be able to use this program, this Protos program, simulation program. And the third one here, Python is a software program, calculation program, and this has been taught to you in the first semester. So we will be using this application program, doing these examples. So you can repeat these by using this program as well. So there's a difference between this example and this example. The circuit is going to be the same, but these are different tools to check yourself. So they're going, all these results are going to be the same. The only difference here, in here, you've got to write the calculations. You've got to write the equations. Doing the calculation is done by this program. You don't have to do it, operations, summation, multiplication, division, something like that, because Python does it for you. So these are the course materials I am offering to you. In the third group here is a completely different area. It is called evaluation tools. You can evaluate yourself, your own. You could do the evaluation. You don't need the teacher. So these are these tools. So let me read it. It is an explanation here. 4 number, self-control tools, whether the learned subject is being understood or not. These are self-tests, peer assignments, forums, and the projects. So 4 is this 4, okay? So by using these tools, you can check whether you understood this chapter or not. So your own, you're going to do it. So 4 titles you see here, self-test. So this is a test. When you click it, you can take this test and check whether you understood the basic concepts of this course. You could repeat this self-test anytime you like, and repeat it anytime you like. Until you get 100, that means you learn it, isn't it? Peer assignment is, I'm going to explain this in a separate video, so this helps you to understand, to check whether you understood the course or not, subtitle or not. Forums includes some open questions in it, so you can discuss these questions with your friends on this platform. So I'm going to join into these forums as well. That will help you to understand the subject much better. Projects are these are the things takes quite a long time. Volunteer students, they could do these projects, but it consumes some time, but you learn much better. But all these projects, you could watch it. If you like, you could use it. But if you want to use it properly, you've got to follow a calendar for that. There is a plan. in certain time you got to do certain things. If you cannot follow the plan, so you could do it your own as you like. You could see the project titles under this title. So once again, this group here, evaluation tools, are the tools that you use. Check yourself whether understood the chapter 1 or not. Okay. The last thing, fourth thing that in the process that you could use, you could give feedback to me about the chapter and about me. So chapter 1 evaluation is one of them. It has got a few questions, so it asks you some of the tools here, whether they were helpful or not. It takes, if you want, 2-3 minutes, so it's not a long test. Long feedback. It is a short evaluation feedback. And the instruction evaluation, this is the about me. You can criticize my teaching. If there is some problems in my teaching, I would try to correct them in the next years coming. Okay, this is maybe is there anything that I missed in the home page? Go back to home page. Here are. So this is a list of some self-tests here, assignments. So do you see the exams here? In 2 groups of exams, there's a midterm exam and a final exam. But each midterm and final exams has got 2 parts. One of them is test. This test is done on CATS. If you do it self-test your own, so you would be successful in this midterm CATS test as well. The second one is the written exam. So if these 2 of them can be considered as a midterm test part of it and the written part of it. The last 2 is midterm 3. It is done the last week, and this is the test part of it. Final exam is going to be the final calendar. So roughly this tells you which week these exams are going to be taken, and these are the weights of these exams. 10% for the CATS test, 25% written midterm exam, 10% second CATS exam, and the last final exam, 55%. So there is a table here. This table tells you the percent grades and the letter grades. For example, if your score is between 51 and 58, the corresponding letter score is going to be C+. So you could see it here. These are the things that I would like to tell you. This is also the outline of the processing this course.